What is up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. And it is content update day in Ever Crisis. We got a few things to cover here, a few things to go through in the notices. Got new events, new story content for that first soldier, 3x soldiers thing, new banner, a couple other things to cover. But the first thing, like I always do, I'm going to cover the new featured banner. And we knew it was going to be Lucia or Matt based on the the theme of this month, or theme of this current event, and it is Lucia. So it is another single banner, feature banner. That's great. And yeah, here we go, Lucia. I think a lot of people actually were looking forward to this costume when it was first revealed. I do think it looks pretty badass. Looks like she's like kind of in a war and whatnot, pants ripped up, her hoodie kind of got ripped up. She's just kind of in a bra. I don't know. So the mask looks pretty badass, but yeah, she's like kind of like dirty and grimy, looks like she's in a battle and whatnot. The shoes look kind of weird though. It's like open-toed, like half sandals. I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, I think it looks pretty cool. Really cool looking aesthetic for Lucia. She gets a lot of really cool aesthetics in this game. So it's called the Desperado Chic, or Cheek. I don't know. It's I'm not sure how that IC goes. I think it's probably Chick, right? So all allies, ice potency, ability damage plus 15%. Sephiroth, honestly, he just got this for his anniversary costume, Young Sephiroth. So Lucia's got it too. So combine those two together in a party, your Young Sephiroth's gonna be hitting really damn hard now. And then we got Instructor's Drill, which does when granting physical defense down. The max tier of that is +1. So that leads me to believe her weapon does do physical defense down. So this costume here, yeah, it's going to be really good for ice teams, obviously, and, well, physical ice teams based on this stat right here. So, yeah, pretty good for Lucia here. Very specific, though. Very specifically for ice teams. Desperado Rifle, like I said, does physical defense down. So, we'll start at OB0 here. 430% physical ice damage AOE. Also, physical defense is decreased low to mid AOE, I mean all enemies. And then 70% HP or more, ice damage is increased AOE, low to mid to all your allies. So, a weapon that does a lot of things at the same time is always going to be really good. At OB1, you're going to 520%. The duration gets increased on the physical defense down, as well as the ice damage up. 32-24 on the R abilities, P attack, and triangle sigil boost +4. So that's really good. Does she already have another? Is her like limit break weapon also triangle sigil +4? That's kind of interesting. But anyway, OB6 670%, and then we go mid to high physical defense down, and then we're going mid to high on the ice damage up, 40 and 40 on the R abilities. OB10, you're at 46-56. This is a fantastic stat stick, at least. Like, even if you don't use this as a weapon, this is a really good stat stick for like a young Sephiroth or maybe an Ice Cloud. So, yeah, that's really good. And then 780% physical ice damage AOE, mid to high, still mid to high, but the duration does increase to 20 seconds on both of these. 717 on the P attack as well. And yeah. What do I think of it? I think it's a really good kind of like sub DPS / utility ice weapon. Mainly good for physical ice teams. It can work somewhat for a magic ice team because this is kind of universal. It'll work for physical or magic ice teams. But mainly it's for physical because of the physical ice damage she's doing, as well as the physical defense down is decreased, as well as her costume. Like I said, it's the max potency tier +1, meaning that this high right here will be extra high. So she can do physical defense down up to 4 tiers. And if you have her Enfeeble weapon, you are essentially bringing that to 5 tiers down, because that's what Enfeeble does. It takes all the existing debuffs on a enemy and adds +1 to them as well. So yeah, she can essentially take physical defense down to +5 if you have that her limit break weapon. The one that does like fire up AOE and Enfeeble. So yeah, that will probably be like the main, probably offhand you would go with if you build Lucia. But yeah, the way I see this is, yeah, she's a really good, like, she's kind of mostly a support that can do some ice damage for physical ice teams. You would have probably your main DPS, either that would probably be your physical ice Sephiroth, your physical ice Cloud, your physical ice Tifa, you know, that would be the one character on your team. Then you'd have like a Lucia that does the physical defense down with the ice resist AOE and probably enfeeble, or not ice resist AOE, but the ice damage up AOE and enfeeble. And then you'd probably have someone like maybe an Aerith who does like Kamara physical attack up AOE, and also Terror Rod ice resist down AOE. So you kind of have all your bases covered with a team like that. Single DPS, support Aerith, Lucia as kind of a hybrid support DPS right character, right? So that's how I kind of see this build going. You can't just do like double DPS and then Lucia in the middle, because then you're like missing some utility that like an Aerith or a Sid can provide for physical ice teams, like the physical attack up, magic attack up, things like that. So that's what I'm seeing here. So it's kind of like main DPS, sub DPS Lucia, and then main support / healer for a lot of the team builds to fit Lucia into a build essentially. So yeah, I like this setup. I think it's really cool. It is very specific. I mean, it's just for physical ice teams, and we literally just had a physical ice guild battle, so it's kind of weird that they they reveal this now after that guild battle we just had was physical ice. I don't know. It's interesting. But for me personally, again, very easy skip. Like I said, we have events coming very soon. Starting next month, we have Final Fantasy 13 crossover. I think that's in November. And then we have the Nier Automata crossover in December, I believe. So Aerith and Tifa are going to be featured next month, and I assume probably Aerith and Tifa are probably going to be featured in December as well. I don't know the characters, anything like that yet, aside from FF13, but yeah, I know a lot of y'all are still probably hurting because of Anniversary, and y'all might still possibly be pulling on those limit break banners before they go away, because you still have like 2 weeks left before they do go away. Yeah, October 22nd, so you still have like a couple weeks left before they go away. This goes away October 29th, so you do have time to decide on that. For me personally though, pretty easy skip. It is pretty neat though that she does have the ice potency on her costume. Let's go back into that real quick. So she does have like that ice potency up, so that main DPS will benefit in the party because of this, as well as the physical defense down that can go up to 5 tiers if she's using the enfeeble weapon. So yeah, I think it's a cool setup. I think it's a really cool aesthetic. But for me personally, I'm 28,000 crystals. I'm not. No. Gotta save for the other limited stuff that we know about that's coming in the future. I gotta prioritize my number one waifu, Aerith. She's always gonna get my crystals. she's always gonna be the one that takes my crystals, is Aerith. So yeah, what do y'all think of the Lucia banner? Actually, I'll do a quick wish list real quick. If you don't have her limited weapon, her enfeeble weapon, you can go with like Bald Eagle, because this does do ice resist down. Also has good R abilities to kind of fit in with her as being a sub DPS, sub ice DPS. So this could work if you don't want to run the enfeeble weapon. Other than that, wish list wise, you kind of just have to, I would say, if you're more newer to the game, get weapons like these that are physical ice weapons with good R abilities, like Pressure Ridge. Or, I mean, you could work on your magic ice builds too. Just take this banner to just work on all your ice builds, like Little Red Wreath, strong ice DPS weapon for Yuffie, Full Throttle, strong ice DPS weapon for Cloud. You got Holy Flame Gloves for Tifa, if you're a Tifa main, physical ice damage. So, yeah, wishlist wise, it's kind of, if you just want to prioritize ice, then you can kind of go with these type of weapons, or just go with the newer stuff in the game that, it's just more newer to fill out your account, but this is just more focused toward like ice setups. And then yeah, Lucia, obviously, if you don't want to run an enfeeble weapon, run this weapon, ice resist down with Bald Eagle. All right, well, yeah, that's kind of covers the Lucia banner. Are y'all going to pull on this? I think it's going to be really good for the battle ranking. That's, you know, that's what they typically do. So new banner is going to be really good for battle ranking. Yeah, y'all going to pull on this? You do like the aesthetic? Just going to pull on it just for that? Let me know in the comments section below. So, all right, that covers the new banner. Let's dig into the rest of the notices, rest of the content updates. So Day of 7 gift. We got a free 1,000 crystals a couple days ago, so I assume most of y'all got that, but in case you didn't, it is in your gift box. They said there's security vulnerabilities by Unity or something, so they're gonna patch that up. So okay. So battle ranking 13 Deviant Hybrid is on now, and Physical Ice is good for this. So let's go into that event real quick. Deviant Hybrid. I am ranked 2nd at the moment. I only did like 1 attempt. So if you go into this event, what I always do, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a guide on this. And by the way, they're lazy again. There's only 1 enemy in this battle ranking. There's usually 2, so that's just me thinking Applebot's cutting corners again, which is kind of bullcrap. So that kind of annoys me a little bit. But yeah, there's 1 enemy in this. He's Physical Ice is good against this guy, and I think Lucia is going to be really good because he's lowering physical defense down, which is like one of the main gimmicks of this fight. But if you want to be a lazy ass for this battle ranking, jack everything up to the max, take the HP, drop it to default, then just go in and kill this guy as quickly as you can, which should not take you very long, I assume. So I'm just taking in my Physical Ice Cloud and my Physical Ice Ceph. We're just going to target the dude in the middle. So I'm going to do this. Do this. Oh, damn, I didn't kill him. Alright, well. Okay, Arif's gonna heal the darkness. You need a darkness heal, so yeah. Now we can just go in and kill him. There you go. I think Sephiroth's AOE, like, static damage might have killed him. Would have been faster. So 220. We got a 1.193. So very minimal effort. I assume this will probably at least be good for like top 500, 600, maybe even higher. But yeah, that's my minimal effort strategy. Raise everything to the max, HP default. Then you can kind of play with it from there. You know, do like 1,500, 10,000, see what your account can handle, and yeah, go from there. There is one thing I need to mention with this battle ranking though. If you go back, go to the rewards. They actually updated these rewards. They're not like complete dog shit anymore, so that's kind of neat at least. So top 150, or no, up to top 300, you will get at least a 5-star weapon voucher, which is really, really cool. That's actually a nice reward. So I would say absolutely try to aim for top 300 if you can. So yeah, highly recommend that. They also have these gift boxes, so you can get 360 of these at top 10. So you get a lot of these materials here for getting a top 10 ranking, and it actually gets cut in half for all these other ones. So top 20 you get 180, top 30 160, top 50 160. So yeah, I would say top 50 is still pretty solid, even top 40. So, but you do get a little bit extra refined mithril as well. You get 30 of those. Gotcha tickets, you get 3 of them if you get top 70. So yeah, I think top 70 is probably maybe where you want to aim if you can. But at minimum, I would say top 300, because you definitely want to try to get this 5-star weapon voucher. All right, at least they made the rewards a little bit better. I'm still kind of annoyed that they only had 1 enemy, because that's just me thinking they're being lazy again, like they've always been. Applebot just cutting corners nonstop, you know? It's just the way it is. There is a new battle tower. So the 6 clash, typical battle tower, 25 floors, and you'll get 5 brutal floors. If we go back, weapons that you can get from the exchange here. So Slay the Day, physical water weapon, or it has physical water R abilities anyway. Does water damage up for Glenn. Hardcore Squad is double defense up. Bald Eagle, ice resist down. Mad Minute, magic attack down. Syringe is double defense up as well. Core Defender, magic defense up. Luminary Sword is fire up with like magic attack up. Shinra Greatsword Model 1, it's earth resist down. And Kugel Blitz is earth damage up on Vincent plus like magic defense down. So yeah, decent amount of weapons here. Honestly, just pick what you would want for your account specifically. I think we're getting 3 of these vouchers if you clear all the floors. Me personally, I would just get the weapons that I don't have OB10 yet. So for me personally, that would be Slay the Day, Kugel Blitz, and probably Luminary Sword. I think those 3 I don't have OB10 yet. I might not have Syringe OB10 either. So, but yeah, I would definitely put priority on Slay the Day and Kugel Blitz just for based on an R ability standpoint, I think, because physical water, or P attack water, and what was it, magic attack earth. It's pretty good. Yeah, this is a good weapon too for fire builds if you don't have the Lucia limited weapon anyway. Magic attack up and fire up. But yeah, make a decision based on how your account's looking and whatnot. All right, so that's new battle tower. I think that's mostly it. No, we do have that new event, new chapter. So new story content in this. So there is going to be new story in here. So there is that, and there is new battles. Yeah, new battles with Galambalor, Petrace, however you say it. I think there's a new co-op as well. There is. So if you go to the exchange here, there are new things in the exchange. You get a couple more of these 5-star weapon guarantee draw tickets. You get another 5-star weapon guarantee draw ticket here. Branding stone, more memories, gotcha tickets, you know, the typical stuff. So do your farming, clear out the content. There's a new exchange here where you can get a ruined 5-star materia. You can get 5 refined mithril, 5 mithril ingots, and synth catalyst, and then your typical crap that we always get. So that pretty much covers that for that event. Do the farming, clear out the content, get all the things like per usual. Rest of the notices. Oh yeah, for that Lucia banner, we did get a red crystal only draw. So that is essentially like for the big spenders in this game. Definitely not recommended for the light spenders. It's like the same thing, except the stamp card's like better. So a lot more guarantees on the stamp card and whatnot. It can kind of be a supplement if you like pull the costume on the other banner, and then you can come over here to kind of get some cleanup and get some extra copies if you need them. That's kind of how I see it anyways. But it's a very steep price, 2,500 crystals per 10 pull. So yeah, I think it's mainly for the bigger spenders in this game. But yeah, next week we're also getting the Final Fantasy VII First Soldier Episode 2, Chapter 5 and 6. I think this is the conclusion, right? The Supreme Trial and Masamune will be released. I hope we don't have to fight this guy again, man. That old bastard, that freaking Masamune, we fought this guy like 3 different times. Is he literally going to go like Super Saiyan 4 for this like Chapter 6? I'm sick of fighting this guy. But yeah, there is that. I guess there's going to be some login bonuses and stuff for that event too. Or I think that's what's going on right now is a countdown. So yeah, let's check that real quick. Here's the login bonuses. So this actually is a pretty nice login bonus here. We get these limit break medals. So you get what? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we get essentially 2 free draws in that limit break banner. So that is pretty cool. Then a couple 10-star, 10 gotcha tickets, and 1,500 blue crystals. So not a bad login bonus. Not bad at all. And we're still getting these every week as well. 300, 450, 5, 25, 5. So good login bonuses. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, what do y'all think of this new banner? Y'all gonna pull on this and whatnot? Are you gonna try to pull maybe hopefully to pity Angeal's ultimate weapon? That's the only reason I would want to pull, honestly. But like I said, light on crystals. Events are coming, and yeah, that's the reason why I'm not pulling. But anyway, yeah, I think it's going to cover it for this Ever Crisis video. If y'all enjoyed this Ever Crisis content, please please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.